Hi everyone, welcome back to another Photoshop tutorial. I'm Dinesh, and today we're going to bring some timeless charm to your photos with a beautiful vintage photo effect. Not only will we create this stunning effect step by step, but I'll also show you how to save time by creating an action for this effect. This way, you can apply it to multiple images effortlessly. So, grab your favorite photo and let's get started. First, open an image. The size of this image is 3000 by 2000 pixels with a 300 resolution. Press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate the background layer and rename it to Image. Select the background layer, press D to reset to the default black and white foreground and background colors, then press Ctrl or Command plus Delete to fill the layer with the background color. Next, select the image layer, right-click on it, and choose Convert to Smart Object. To add sharpness, go to Filter. Sharpen. Smart Sharpen. Adjust the values based on your image as needed. Now go to Filter. Noise. Add noise. Check Monochromatic. Select Gaussian. And set the value. I'll use 10 here. Then click OK. Next, go to the Image menu. Adjustments. Gradient Map. Click on the color bar and double-click on the color stops to add color. For the first color stop, use the hex code 280800, then click OK. For the second color stop, set hue to 40, saturation to 10%, and brightness to 100%. Press OK to apply the gradient. Finally, group the layers by pressing Ctrl or Command G and name the group Image. Adding noise and grain gives the image a classic vintage feel, reminiscent of old film photographs, while the gradient map enhances it with rich aged color tones. Now that we've laid the foundation for our vintage photo effect, it's time to bring in some character and depth by adding textures. These textures will give the image a beautifully aged and authentic look, elevating the overall feel of the effect. Go to the File menu and select Place Embedded. Choose the Texture 1 file and press Enter to place it. Right-click on the texture layer in the Layers panel and select Rasterize Layer. Change the blending mode from Normal to Screen. Next, add the second texture. Go to the File menu and select Place Embedded again. Choose the Texture 2 file and press Enter to place it. Right-click on this layer and select Rasterize Layer. Change the blending mode from Normal to Darken. Finally, select both texture layers by holding Ctrl or Command and clicking on them, then press Ctrl or Command G to group them. Rename the group to Texture. Let's add the finishing touches to bring out that perfect vintage vibe. First, create a new adjustment layer for levels. Adjust the values to achieve that beautiful vintage light and feel. Play around until you're happy with the look. It's all about creating that classic charm. Next, add another adjustment layer for curves and tweak the values to enhance the mood of the image. This step really ties the whole effect together. Now, select both adjustment layers by holding Ctrl or Command and clicking on them. Press Ctrl or Command G to group them and rename the group to Adjustment. And that's it. You've done it. Look at the before and after. What an incredible transformation. The combination of textures, grain, and those beautifully aged color tones has completely transformed the image into a timeless piece of art. Let's create a Photoshop action. With this action, you can automate the entire process we just completed, applying it to any image with a single keyboard shortcut. If the Actions panel isn't visible, go to the Window menu and select Actions to display it. In the panel, click the menu icon and choose New Set. Name your set something meaningful, like Vintage Photo Effect. Click the Create New Action button. Name your action, for example, Vintage 1, and assign a shortcut key, such as F6. If the key is already in use, combine it with Shift, Ctrl, or both. Once ready, Click Record to start recording. A red dot will appear, indicating that the recording is active. Every action you take from this point will be recorded as a command. Proceed carefully, as even unintended steps will be captured. For this tutorial, I'll fast forward through the process to save time. Remember that the effect may vary depending on the image's properties, such as size, resolution, and brightness. Feel free to adjust the values as needed during playback. Thanks to the Smart Object Conversion, edits remain flexible and non-destructive. Once all the steps are completed, click the Stop button in the Actions panel to end the recording. And just like that, our action is ready to use. I've included the download link for the action and textures. Once you download the folder, unzip it and load the action in Photoshop. Before running the action, there's one quick setup you need to do. Update the file path location for both texture files. The current path is set to my computer, so you'll need to customize it for your system. Here's how. In the Actions panel, expand the action set by clicking the arrow. Look for the place commands for both texture files. Double-click on the first place command. Locate the Texture1 file on your computer, double-click it, and press Enter. Repeat the process for the second place command, finding the Texture2 file, double-clicking it, and pressing Enter. That's it. Once you've updated the file paths, select the action set and save it. You only need to do this setup once, and the texture files will be permanently linked to your computer's drive location. From here on, you can run the action without any extra steps and enjoy a seamless workflow. As you know, this action was created specifically for images sized at 3000 x 2000 pixels with a 300 resolution. But what happens when the size or resolution of the image differs? While the action can handle slight variations in size, a significant difference may lead to undesired results. To achieve the best results, try using this action on images with similar resolution and dimensions. Test the action. To test your new action, open a different image and check its size. If the dimensions are slightly different, don't worry. The action can still be applied seamlessly with a few adjustments. Press the F6 shortcut key or the key combination you assigned to run the action. When the textures appear, you may need to adjust their scale to fit the new image dimensions. Simply scale the first texture, press Enter, and then repeat the process for the second texture. Once adjusted, the action will complete the entire effect automatically within seconds. And there you have it, a custom Photoshop action that not only saves time, but also ensures consistent, professional results. Enjoy applying this vintage effect effortlessly with just a single click. I hope you like this video. Be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell so you'll always be in the loop for more tips, tricks, and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, stay with us and never stop creating.